So image we look at, we use the installer, coming from a flash drive. It will produce a list of drivers and driver updates in around a minute or less. By clicking on expert mode, it will display all drivers that can be updated or not yet installed. You can inspect these individually, install individual drivers manually if you like. DeviceDriver can install a handful of other free programs, such as 7-zip and Proxy Reader on your PC. This software enables you to install a device that is not installed on your PC. To know which device is not currently installed, go to Computer Management Utility. Look for Device Manager section, and there you will see what is the device that currently installed on your PC. If the category has an icon of exclamation point, it means that it is not properly installed. By having a right click to the category, you can choose to perform command to successfully repair it. Let's either update, scan, disable or uninstall the device. If you want to look at the properties and change some settings, you are also in the right place.
The sole purpose of the DeviceDriver is to instruct a computer on how to communicate with the input/output device by translating the operating system's input/output instructions into a language that a device can understand. There are various types of device drivers for input/output devices such as keyboards, mice, CD or DVD drives, controllers, printers, graphics cards and ports. There is a virtual device driver for each main hardware device in the system, including the hard disk drive controller, keyboard, and serial and parallel ports. They're used to maintain the status of a hardware device that has changeable settings. Virtual device drivers handle software interrupts from the system rather than hardware interrupts. In Windows operating systems, a device driver file usually has a file name suffix of DLL or execute. A virtual device driver usually has the suffix of VXD. A device driver may also be called a software driver. Having a good device driver will allow you to run some projects faster and speed up their time for completion. It is essential that a computer have the correct device drivers for all its parts to keep the system running efficiently. When first turning on a computer, the OS works with device drivers and the basic input/output system, BIOS, to perform hardware tasks. Without a device driver, the OS would not be able to communicate with the I/O device. Not only do physical hardware devices rely on a device driver to function, but software components do as well. Most programs access devices by using general commands. The device driver translates the language into specialized commands for the device. Many device drivers are provided by the manufacturer or are available as built-in components of the OS. When hardware and software components are updated or replaced, this renders the device drivers obsolete. If the appropriate driver is not installed, the device may not function properly, if at all. For Microsoft Windows users, a driver conflict or an error can be seen in the device manager. If problems or conflicts are encountered with a driver, the computer manufacturer or hardware manufacturer will release a driver update to fix the problems. How exactly do device drivers work? Think of device drivers like translators between a program you're using and a device that program wants to utilize somehow. The software and the hardware were created by different people or companies and speak two completely different languages, so a translator, the driver, allows them to communicate. In other words, a software program can provide information to a driver to explain what it wants a piece of hardware to do, information the device driver understands and then can fulfill with the hardware. Thanks to device drivers, most software programs don't need to know how to work directly with hardware, and a driver doesn't need to include a full application experience for users to interact with. Instead, the program and driver simply need to know how to interface with each other. More about device drivers. Beyond the basic software driver-hardware relationship, there are some other situations that involve drivers, and that are kind of interesting. While this is less common these days, some software is able to communicate directly with some types of hardware, no drivers necessary. This is usually only possible when the software is sending very simple commands to the hardware, or when both were developed by the same company, but this can also be thought of as a kind of built-in driver situation. Some device drivers communicate directly with the device, but others are layered together. In these situations, a program will communicate with one driver before that driver communicates with yet another one, and so on, until the last driver actually performs the direct communication with the hardware. These middle drivers often don't perform any function at all other than verifying that the other drivers are working properly. For Regardless, whether there is one driver or multiples working in a stack, all of it is done in the background without you having to know, or do, anything.
Your device are now successfully installed.
Identifying problems in Windows Device Manager. When opening the Device Manager, you should see a screen similar to the example picture to the right. All categories should have +S or arrows pointing to the right next to each of the device categories with no other devices or unknown devices listed. However, when problems occur, you may have one or more of the errors below. If you receive an error when trying to open the Device Manager, this may be an indication of corrupt files in Windows. It may be necessary to run a Windows repair process, using the Windows CD or DVD, to correct this issue.